Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is going to be CELPIP reading part 1, which is, as we can see on the top left here, reading correspondence. Okay. Oh, sorry. There we go. So that's the topic that we're going to be addressing today. For this one, you're going to have a long message here that you have to read through. And then with that, you're going to have 11 questions on the right-hand side that we have to answer. And your time limit is going to be up here on the right-hand side. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. If you have not read this, please feel free to pause the video, read through it, and then we're going to go and answer all of these questions. As we're answering this, we're basically going to read the whole thing anyway, but still, just for practice, I recommend you read through it and answer the questions by yourself before I give you the answers. Okay, so there you go. Let's go ahead and move on to the questions. Question number 1, Maria's mother is now blank. Okay, so how about before we get into actually answering this first question, let's talk about how to make this a little bit more organized so we can answer all these questions properly. Okay, so what I always recommend is you're going to have practice paper or something when you're taking this test, right? You can usually have a paper and a pencil or a pen where you can write down your answers. So for here, I'll just have this spot on the left represented as that. Okay. I always encourage everyone to take notes as you go through it. And one common but decent way of being able to do it well is just labeling all of the paragraphs. So for example, where we see here at the top, you have hi Mia, maybe just talk about the general ideas of what the paragraphs are about. So maybe the first paragraph, you'd say Marco graduation. The second paragraph might be something like Marco job, right? And of course, you can be more detailed with your notes as much as you want. And then you can leave an extra space. Maybe you can save space at the top of your paper or on the side. You could split it down the middle, right? You can maybe write it over on the right-hand side of your paper. And on that side of your paper, you can take general notes, like maybe you could say something like, the message is from Maria to Mia. So then you know who the to and from is for, something like that. All right, so just making sure that you're taking a lot of notes as we're going through this test. Okay, so the reason why that's important is now that we're going to go to question number 1, where it says Maria's mother is now blank. The first question that should come into your mind is, who is Maria, right? So we don't know who Maria is unless you read through the article, right? And so down at the bottom here, we see that Maria is the one who wrote the letter. Okay, so that means we know that the person writing this letter, they might say my mother, right? So my mother would refer to Maria's mother, right? Because Maria is writing the letter. Okay, so that's why it's important. All right, so now that we've established that, we're trying to answer the question, Maria's mother is now blank. In Chile, in Calgary, in Vancouver, or in Victoria. Okay, as we go through this, let me first let you guys take a second to look at these and see if you can find the correct answer. Okay. All right. Okay, so now that you guys went through that, maybe trying to find the answer, the correct answer is going to be, they're currently in Victoria. Okay, why is that the correct answer? Well, as we look here, let me highlight it in green for you all. Okay, so just like I mentioned before, right, we're probably going to see my mom, not Maria's mom. So we can see that right here, my mom. Okay, and it says, you were truly missed. My mom remembers you, or my mum is kind of a British way of saying mom. My mom remembers you well from when we were kids. After the celebrations, we took the family sightseeing here in Vancouver. They loved it. They left yesterday for Victoria and will catch a plane back home from there in 3 days. So we know that it says a plane back home from there in 3 days. So if they left yesterday and they're leaving in 3 days, that means currently, so today, right? If you have yesterday, today, that's going to be that they're still there in Victoria. Okay. All right. So that's the correct answer. It's easy enough to find the correct answer. However, CELPIP doesn't make it super simple for you, and they often put the incorrect answers in here as well. Okay, so let's quickly take a look at those incorrect answers, right? So the other possibilities we have are Maria's mother is in Chile, in Calgary, or in Vancouver. If you look in this first paragraph here, you'll actually find all three of those places mentioned, right? Chile, Calgary, and Vancouver. All of the incorrect answers are also mentioned here. So don't simply look for one word and try and find the answer, right? Because as you can see here, all 4 words are there. So just because you see the word doesn't mean that it's the correct answer, all right? So instead, if you see the word, you should read the sentence, read through it, and make sure that you have the correct answer, okay? So if we take a look at Chile, it says, as you know, I've been very busy this summer with Marco's university graduation and my family's visit from Chile. Okay, so the key word there is going to be visiting from Chile. So they're currently not in Chile. All right, so we know that Chile is going to be incorrect. How about Calgary? All right, so let's keep reading. Graduation ceremony was great. Too bad you guys couldn't make it, but we understand that it's a bit of a drive from Calgary. All right, let me erase the correct answers we have here for a second. All right, so it says that I'm sorry you guys couldn't make it because I know it's a bit of a drive from Calgary. So this person is in Calgary. However, who is this talking about if it's saying you guys? You is going to be referring to the person that received the letter, which is going to be Mia. All right, so you guys is where Mia is, not where Maria's mother is. All right, and the last one is going to be Vancouver. All right, let me box that again for you all to make sure you guys can see it there. Here we are. All right, and Vancouver. Okay. Let's go ahead and read this last one and see why it's wrong. My mom remembers you from when we were kids. After the celebrations, we took the family sightseeing here in Vancouver. So the family is here in Vancouver, yeah. They loved it. They left yesterday. So we know that they left already. So they're not in Vancouver right now because they left yesterday. And the question asks for where are they now? Okay, so therefore our correct answer is going to be Victoria. All right, lots of stuff to go through. One question down.